So yeah, so that was the biggest growth moment. And you might enjoy this. This is one of my bits that I do now. But it
Okay.
talks about me dating, how like I realized that I wasn't always the best person dating. I had a one night stand one time, and as we walked into my apartment, she said, "You're not going to murder me, are you?" And I was drunk, but I said this unironically. I said, "No, but I am going to murder that pussy." And the thing is, I can't back that up. I don't have the dick game to back that up. I've never murdered a pussy in my entire life. Like I can't even like light battery that pussy. Like I will say that there was barely an attempted assault of that pussy that night. So,
Barely an attempted
so
assault.
yeah, so that's
Adam, that's fucking fantastic. Hey, look, we got to know where we're at in life, right?
that's right. That's right. Listen, yeah, yeah,
But I commend that, man. Like to your point, it's not only about being honest. We talked about it earlier. Even with I will use my personal growth, not necessarily anyone else's, because I'm not here to. I like you said, I can't ask anyone else to be vulnerable if I'm not going to, right? So I can't.
yeah,
I'll talk to you about someone else's relationship. I don't know the interworkings, but for myself, I knew that I 100% had to very much so work on my communication and be honest with myself on what I was expecting and what I wanted and what I was willing to forgive, and also be on like very good at my communication and understanding, and not just listening to fucking wait for my turn to speak, listening to understand and working on that. I was always very empathetic and understood these things, but I didn't care enough. And
right,
understanding that in myself, it's like, I know what you want, I just don't care. It's like, there's something that I have to work out. Like why don't I care? And coming to those realizations led me to the path of now a very happy relationship with a woman who I'm afraid of. No joke. These are all my friends are afraid of. I don't know why they're afraid of her. She's scary. I love this woman very much. And I think that it's one of those things that if I had met her at those points in my life, that even though I might have intrinsically been not intrinsically, like deep down been the exact same person, that surface level protection, that little barrier would never have, or those flaws would never have let that work.
yeah, yeah.
To your point, growth is everything, and making sure that you're addressing and being there. For anyone who tuned in for like whiskey and just fucking around, sorry, this has been, you should get a therapist podcast. Like there's, we'll talk about drinks. I promise you. I promise you. I'll throw it in the bonus features. You'll be fine. And we'll put those shots and we'll put those things and what's the funniest shot that you've ever given a friend in the show notes. But definitely a lot of fun hanging out with you, Adam.
Yeah.
I would love to have you back on. I know we kind of had a specific time spot. Want to make sure I'm respectful of your time. Uh, any closing words, any pieces of advice to anyone out there, and plug away everything you're working on.